Well, Mardi Gras weekend starts this weekend. It started, I guess, today.
Galveston Mardi Gras.
Pardon me?
Is Galveston Mardi Gras?
Yeah.
Because the Mardi Gras season.
All right, there you go. There you go.
Well, okay, whatever you want to call it, it's Mardi Gras, period. And, there's stuff to do and places to go to do it. Mm-hmm. And Mr. Morris has this week's driving destinations.
I can't see it.
Including Mardi Gras party destinations.
Well, I kind of looked at it and I thought, there's a lot of places that do Mardi Gras. A lot of people here, everybody thinks of New Orleans immediately, but there's a lot of things beside New Orleans. And one thing I wanted to say is, the Mardi Gras floats. Now, these are really elaborate works of art. Usually got a lot of people on them throwing beads and things, but these are actually built by crews, what they call crews. A lot of them are clubs and stuff. There are some professional float builders down in New Orleans. They build them and they rent them out to all these different Mardi Gras that are around the country. But a lot of them, particularly the smaller Mardi Gras events, are all home built, you might say, by the crews. Now, the closest, biggest one to us in Texas is going to be Galveston. Now, I've been to the Galveston one a couple of times, and it is very much like New Orleans. If you go down there at night, it's really crowded. There's a lot of people drinking and having a good time. But during the day, it's a little more family friendly. They do have all the big floats both times. You got people throwing beads. You got a lot of Cajun and Creole cuisine and a lot of music that goes around, just blocks and blocks of it. Now, another one that I wanted to mention, speaking of car shows in Beaumont actually has a Mardi Gras now as well. It used to be over in Port Arthur. They moved it to Beaumont because they had a little bit bigger area because it was growing so much. Again, you got a lot of floats, a lot of food, a lot of food trucks, a lot of parades that go on at different times, and it's really pretty family friendly as far as that goes. Now, you go on down here, a little bit closer over there, Texas City actually has a Mardi Gras. And again, a lot of these areas have a lot of smaller Mardi Gras. Some of them are only a day, some of them are only a weekend, some of them run for 2 or 3 weeks at a time. But Texas City actually has one. A lot of their events are during the day. Very family friendly. Again, more food and more celebrating of the Gulf Coast culture. Then from there, you can go on over to a little bit more west, go over to Seguin. Again, this is a local, regional type event. And they have golf cart parades.
Wait a minute, Seguin is on the way to San Antonio.
Yes, and speaking of which, once you get through in Seguin, you can go on over to San Antonio.
I knew you were going to go there.
I think probably the most family friendly one of the ones that I've run across that are semi close is going to be the one at Six Flags over Texas. Now. Wait a minute. Right now, I'm looking at the crew of Herb. Oh, that's
Hebe.
Hebe?
Yeah.
Hebe?
Did I get off one? Did I get off? Oh, yeah. I got off one. I missed it. Mardi Gras, Six Flags of Fiesta, Texas. And the reason I think this would be probably the most family-friendly is because all they do is they take the park and all the shows and the music and everything, and they just turned it into Mardi Gras, focusing on that purple, green, and gold coloring. Mm-hmm. And it really would be the most family-friendly one I would think that I've run across. If you're looking for something a little bit smaller, again, going back to this one, this is up in Jefferson, Texas, kind of up in the northeast part of Texas. Little smaller town, have a lot of antique shops and stuff, but it brings that small town charm to the Mardi Gras festivals. Another one that you might want to go to check out that's on a little bit on the smaller scale is over in Alvin. They actually have one there. And again, a lot of food, some parades. It is smaller, so it's a lot easier to get around and manageable, particularly with the family if you got little ones. And then from there, one I wanted to point out was the Kema boardwalk. Now, this is really a neat one. Got a lot of boats cruising in and up and down by the boardwalk coming out of Clear Lake and a lot of lights. It's really neat. I've seen this one before as well, and it's really neat to go. It's pretty family friendly so long as you stay out of the bars. Don't take the kids into the bars with you, and you'll be all right. And that's just a few of the places besides New Orleans and some of the other bigger ones that are a little more adult-oriented, shall we say.
Did your mom and dad take you into the bars? They did, didn't they?
My parents haven't been in a bar in their life.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So I knew something happened to you along the way. Maybe that's what it
Now,
was.
the decorations you talked about in Galveston, they do that at Christmas time, too.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
They get into the Dickens on the Strand, but it's the Mardi Gras is very much like New Orleans as far as the setup and how they run the parades during the day and during the night.
Got it.
Thank you, Michael. In real time card.
It's a beater.
Time now for this hour's car review. I had a chance to drive the 2026 Mazda CX-50. The available trim levels, I don't know what they are because I didn't write them down.
Many. Just say many.
Great. You know, this is what happens when I do this at work. And the fact of the matter is that I get interrupted a lot.
Because you're at work.
Yeah. So anyway, there are several additions. And I had the 2.5 liter turbo Meridian Edition, which is new. This is a small SUV, seats 5, exterior changes from last year. Well, it was all new in 2023, so it is a relatively new version of the CX50. Sharp looking front fascia, nicely proportioned grille. Meridian Edition has a huge flat roof rack on the top of it that looks kind of funny. It's also got a big sticker on the hood, says Meridian Edition. Squinty rear tail lights and dual exhaust tips. Black plastic wheel trim. That's wheel well trim. What I liked about it, the overall body looks great on this. What could use improvement? Maybe perhaps tone down the disproportionate roof rack. I don't know, it just looks funny sitting up there. It's flat, and it kind of like you could tie down another car up there. Interior highlights, nicely designed horizontal dash. Love the center console design with the radio volume knob right down there by the shifter. Comfortable seats, 2 rows. Overall, gets high marks. Cargo room, adequate for this small SUV. I liked pretty much everything. What could use improvement, as I said many times, the infotainment operating system needs a redesign. Engine, as the title suggested, it was a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine with a twin scroll turbo. Turns out 227 horsepower with 310 pound-feet of torque through a 6-speed automatic transmission. It will tow up to 1 ton. Miles per gallon, rated 23 city, 29 highway for combined to 25. I got 22.2 miles per gallon over 500.0 miles.
Wow.
Yeah, I never
Great at.
dot know anything. What I liked, this has got perfect power. It's just right for the size vehicle, the weight of the vehicle, and it runs well. What could use improvement? I would suggest that you check out the hybrid version. It's $4,000 more, but you get better gas mileage. Ride and handling. Standard all-wheel drive on all trim levels for this vehicle. What could use improvement? This is one of the best handling SUVs in its segment.
Wow.
And I would definitely want to check that out if you're into a semi-performance kind of thing. If you're a guy that likes the way his car handles, this is one I think that you would appreciate because, you know, most SUVs are basically built for the road or for off-road.
Right.
And they got a squishy kind of chassis on it. This one does not.
Squishy.
Squishy.
I like that.
It's a very technical term. Let's see.
Hand me my squishy wrench.
Base trim price, $34,645. Prices tested, $44,675. The base model price, drum roll please, $29,900.
Oh, wow.
$29,900. So competitors on the base model price include the Honda CR-V for $30,920, the Toyota RAV4, $31,900, and the Nissan Rogue for $29,090. So I think it's one for you to look at.
There you go.
Next week, we're going to review the Lexus RX.
Okay.
It was going to be the NX, but some reason they pulled it and said, we're going to give you the
Here they
RX
are.
instead. I said, you can give me that RX any old time that you
just go
want
right
to.
ahead.
Yeah, please do. I did. And we thank you for being with us today. Time now for Jeff's Car Culture this week. Muscle car station wagons.
Yeah, they're cousins involved. So more than just styling, the performance, really incredible amount of choice and variety of American cars from the 60s and 70s. What's so special? Well, interestingly enough, Nearly all of the iconic American muscle cars of the late 60s and early 70s had close cousins of the station wagon variety. That means there are some seriously great options for building a high-performance vintage wagon, whether they're all of what if or just going ahead and make a resto mod out of it style. So here we go, Mike. The first one is a Ford Torino wagon, Ford Custom Torino GT. While not as popular as the Mustangs of that era, Ford's large Torino-based muscle cars were just as bit as cool as the Mustangs were. So what happens when you blend a Fairlane or a Torino wagon with some inspiration from a Torino Cobra or a Talladega? You have one heck of a cool family hauler. Check that out. Next one, Mike, is an Oldsmobile Vista Cruiser wagon 442. Even on its own, Oldsmobile Vista Cruiser is one of the coolest American station wagons ever built. But should you mesh one together with an Oldsmobile muscle car, the same period, you've got a recipe for greatness. Whether it's a W30 442 or a Hurst Olds, it provides the ingredients. There aren't many things cooler than a Vista Cruiser, given all the muscle car stuff. So there you go. Pontiac Tempest GTO wagon. The Pontiac GTO started the whole muscle car thing in 1964 and only got more popular in the years that followed. Pontiac also sold a Tempest wagon at the same time, and many of the parts that the GTO had went right onto that Tempest wagon. So the hot rod version of the GTO, yeah, you're going to have it in that wagon as well. The Dodge Coronet wagon Super B. Don't think that we've let the Mopar guys out. There are a number of Dodge and Plymouth muscle cars that have close station wagon cousins, but the Coronet is one of the favorites, whether it would be built as a Super B wagon that never existed or built in a more modern style with a Gen 3 Hemi under the hood. Very, very appealing and very, very desirable. And the last one we have, Michael, is a Chevy wagon, Chevelle SS. Finally, we got Chevy. Few muscle cars are more popular than the Chevrolet SS of the late 60s and 70s. The Chevelle wagon counterpart is a ripe conversation. Whether it's the stripes, badging, or the cowl induction hood fitted to a low roofline model, the SS wagon would be all right, all right, all right. There you go.
That's good.
Yeah.
You forgot the bonus.
Oh, yeah, and there's a bonus. Check it out. It's the Buick.
It's the what?
It's the Buick.
It's the Buick. Yeah, well, I don't see a muscle car with that, but okay.
Well, he's still got to get it tubbed out, and
yeah, we
Thank
know
you,
we
Michael.
know the old regular routine when it comes to Jeff's customization.
yeah, I
I
got to
don't
get the
think
LS
that you
in
could
it
put
and
an
everything.
LS engine in it. It wouldn't fit.
You put it in the back.
No,
Yeah.
we ain't doing none of that
Yeah.
stuff.
Come on. I got two.